So we're finally at the end of this controversial season, and I must say I am actually happy that this season is now over with. We no longer have to hear about Brits, hopefully. But this reunion for me, I really still under the conclusion don't feel as if like we needed three parts, but we got it anyways. Now, Shamia, I can clearly tell you were literally 0% prepared for the reunion. And for someone who has been a part of the group in terms of in proximity to these ladies, I was really heavily disappointed to see that you came to this reunion and you allow literally everyone on that couch to chew into you, and you look like you gladly welcomed that experience. You have zero receipts. You sat there and had Portia of all persons true into you when, yes, Portia had some points and yes, Portia has her ways, but for someone who is supposedly so friendly, and the thing is, you trying to, I guess some persons will look on that and say at least she's not trying to use whatever information she has about Portia against her, despite what Portia is doing. But you look stupid on this reunion. And I haven't really fully watched your YouTube video to see exactly what you said. I saw a clip where you basically were apologizing to the cast, and I don't know why you're apologizing. If this is how you felt, yes, you had a bad way of going about it, but apologizing for what? And if you are back next season, I really do hope you're a bit more vocal and a bit more like you stand your ground, because I could not for the life of me understand why is it that you were so silent pretty much throughout this reunion. And I believe your performance from season 9 when you came out when the whole candy rumor was, I believe that was a better performance, and you were just a friend of the show then. That was a better performance from you than you coming on this show now for season 16 as a main cast member and you're way on the reunion. You gave Cynthia at this point. You gave a friend off. And it's weird where Portia was on who gave a friend off throughout the season. You came to this reunion with 0% receipts. You sat there and allowed Portia to speak about whatever issues with your mom. She spoke about the friendship and the alliance that you were allegedly doing with Kelly and Britt and the rest of them. Ah, Shamia, Shamia, Shamia. Mm-mm. What do you guys think about Shamia's performance? Because I felt it for her. Like, first part, okay. The second part, she got again. And then the third part is like, still, there was no comeback for her. Like, it just felt like she fell flat. And all I can think of is that you really went into this reunion without any preparation. We had Kelly who had her receipts. We had Drew, Portia, Angela. Phaedra didn't need much receipts, well, other than her account. But it's like you literally woke up that day, you put on your dress, and you literally said, "Oh, we have a reunion today," and you just went into the reunion. Like, there was no preparation, there was no sort of stuff that you observed throughout the season that okay you want to address, or okay you have your receipts on whatever. It was just like nothing was there, and I was like, who coached you? Who told you this was the right route to go? For someone who is so close to Candy, I thought you would have been more leaning towards her to say, hey, it's my reunion time. Like, for her to give you little tips or something. But it just seemed like nothing was done, nothing was given. It was just lackluster at this point. Drew and her and Ralph. I do hope if Drew is brought back next season, I don't want to hear anything more about Ralph and you. I'm just exhausted. I am just tired of the same 1 minute we're hot, 1 minute we're cold. It's just, to me, I understand nothing is black and white, but I am tired of hearing about Ralph of it all. I'm tired of hearing this response on TV and then we see social media posts and stuff being blasted. And it's like, why cannot you guys give us the entertainment you tend to give on social media on the show? Why is it always the other way around where we get the lackluster performances on the show, but then the social media drama seems to be more interesting? I am tired of hearing about Ralph. Him coming out and then sitting behind Phaedra, I was just like, why is the first point you guys even brought him out in the first place? He has too much of a platform to sell his lies, pretty much. And him coming out there after they did that video when they were cooking in the kitchen or whatever it is, like him coming out there to basically start saying, "Oh, Drew," and I could see it on his face, the smirk when he said it, when he was like, "Oh, Drew told me that something regarding Dennis," and it was like, oh my God, like, when will you stop? When will you just take the L and just sit back and just stop? I think if you keep quiet, don't think the audience will still like you, but I think if you remain quiet, it will keep your name out of the negative light. Unless that's what you really enjoy and love, then do you. But for you to be doing this for to your kids of your towards the mom of your kids, it's like, what are you getting out of it? Yeah, I know you're getting the attention and everything, but what does that do for you? Knowing that your kids one day will grow up and then see how you behave. For what? Attention? For you to get some views and clicks? I just don't see why is it that he keeps on doing this to himself. And then he keeps saying that Drew, he doesn't know with Drew. 1 minute she off camera, she's saying that she loves him and whatever the case is. And then when the camera is on, it was something completely different. And I don't think it's an on off camera thing. I just think it's your hot and cold type of personality, Ralph, where yes, 1 minute she may love you and she is grateful for you to be there with the kids and whatever, but because you do these little outbursts for no reasons, then that's where this hot and cold thing maybe come from her. I'm not picking up for Drew, but maybe that's why she's moving like that, because you are very unpredictable. And that's not a cute or a good thing for you to be so unpredictable in the worst way. But I don't want to hear anything more about this in season 17. And I really do hope we have limited appearances from Ralph if he is even shown at any point throughout the season. I don't want him to have such a platform. For what reason, I don't know. I don't recall when Nene and Greg or Cordell and Portia were going through their situation. I don't recall those husbands having such a heavy platform to be telling their side or meeting up with other castmates to have dinner with. Like, I don't recall ever seeing all of that. So I don't know why these producers keep giving Ralph such a huge platform. Now, what else happened this reunion? The husbands came out. I enjoyed Charles ripping into the ladies, letting them know, why are you guys so concerned? Where are y'all husbands at? Because I think that's what we, the viewers, have been asking. Where are the husbands? Why do we have a show full of mostly single ladies? And I understand life happens, shit happens, persons get divorced. Not telling anyone to rush into a marriage just for the sake of the show, but they keep casting and casting and casting people where are the husbands? We're losing the premise of the show. Where are the husbands? So I was enjoying the fact, I was loving the fact that Charles basically ripping into the ladies. And of course, they really have nothing to say because you don't really want the enforcer out, basically. So I did enjoy the Charles Oakley of it all. I could see Angela's face. She was like, oh, Lord of mercy. You got this man out of his character. Not really out of his character, but get him the enforcer out somewhat. But yeah. Now, trying to see what else did we touch on. Now, the Drew and Shamia of it all. I don't know where will these ladies go from here. Um, I'm gonna give Shamia some true advice right now. If she does come back next season, I'm gonna need you to just lean into your true feelings and fuck what everybody else thinks or feel. And I think that will work best for you. Or You already have the house, you already have a family, you have everything. Do not let reality TV, because clearly it already ruined our friendship with you and Portia. I would probably then just bow out and say, hey, I tried it, it's not for me, and just stick to your life. But I can't tell these ladies how to, well, I don't think she really needs the money. So I would just probably not return, because the way you basically cannot vocalize your feelings, and I think this is what the platform is about, persons being vocal. I'm gonna need you to either be more vocal next season with your feelings, and not just be more vocal in the terms of trying to make good TV, or being more vocal by inserting yourself in person's drama or issues. But I'm going to need you to be a bit more vocal next season with your feelings. Or if you can't do that and you're going to come back and give us that same, I hate to say it, lapdog energy, then just do be a one hit wonder season and just call it a day and just leave reality TV alone, because clearly you don't seem like you're able to handle these ladies. And I really thought you would be able to, because you have been around this group for quite some time. You see the inner workings of how the show is. So I really thought that you'd have been a little bit more prepared for the show, and it just felt flat, especially your reunion performance, how you came off. You're a cool individual. I like your personality, especially on YouTube, and it's sometimes a bit overdone, but it just fell flat. And I prefer if you at least be a bit more prepared for next season if you come back. But if not, and then you decide to say, hey, I'm not coming back, I wouldn't be surprised if you announce that you're not coming back. Whether if it was them let you go or you just decided not to, I think that would be a better way forward for you than you basically coming back to embarrass yourself again. Because I don't know what that was. And at this point, it's mess that they should have just like how they put Cynthia in to fill Brit's slot. I felt like they should have just took Shamia up and then put Drew in Shamia's first seat, and then just put Shamia at the end, because the way how she performed as a first chair, I was like, girl, what are we doing at this point? Um, I think that was really the reunion. I don't think there was much really that was talked about. We saw the ending credits where, they all said their final piece, and of course, Portia decided to do this corny shit where she got some fans and they were doing some dance, and she asked Shamia to show the dance because she's a dancer. And I really do hope Shamia and Portia at some point are able to work through their differences, because I don't want them to just get back as friends and they are not really talking through the differences and putting in the work on both sides. But I really do hope they are able to actually talk through their differences and actually move forward. I don't know how that's going to be based on how Portia came off on social after the second part aired and she was dropping her receipts and then Shamia chimed in. If they are both brought back, I'm knowing that the producers are going to try to force some conversation between the two. Or are we going to have a season where they're just ignoring each other because of what went down on social media? Or was that a way of Portia setting up the drama for next season? Because we know that's what these ladies love to do. They love to do all of these theatrics on social media and everywhere, because they know it's going to be the hot topic for the following season for them to have something to discuss or work through. But that was my thoughts on the actual reunion. We are finally end the season. Not sure what I'm going to be watching on Sundays now, because I don't believe Potomac is ready yet to air, and then Beverly Hills usually comes in on Tuesday. But I don't know what my Sundays are going to be like. I don't really watch Next Gen, and I think that was also had a finale. But I am actually happy this season has ended. We all saw Kenya's video. We know she's not going to be back for next season, and the two additional persons that they are maybe adding to it, I will do a whole video on that. But let me know, guys, your thoughts were on the actual reunion. Your thoughts were on season 16. Did you enjoy? Are you happy that it's over? Did you feel like you needed more episodes to the season? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Remember, guys, to leave a comment, like the video, and to subscribe to the channel. And I catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.